Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of my favorite games ever made. So many different characters all coming together and the gameplay being smoother than ever makes it definitely the best Smash game to date. With all these great things though, there are just a bunch of very small things in Smash Ultimate that annoy me personally, and that is what I wanted to talk about today. Now these things in these videos are all very small complaints that at the end of the day don't matter at all. They're just things that slightly irk me when I play the game sometimes. This can include strange mechanics, strange moves, and anything else I find to just be a slight bit annoying. None of these are really big issues though, and these are all just my opinions. I just thought it'd be fun to go through my list of nitpicks I have about one of my favorite games, even if it may not be worth that much in the grand scheme of things. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and maybe even subscribe, but with that being said, let's jump right into my small nitpicks and minor annoyances about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. First, let's start off with some alternate costume things. Two characters in particular, Mario and Yoshi, lost their previously best costumes from the transition to Ultimate: Fire Mario and Black Yoshi. For Fire Mario, that's by far Mario's most iconic alternate look, and it's super strange to not have it in Smash anymore. Sure, it was cut because Mario's wedding outfit is white, but I don't think many people would have had a hard time telling the difference between the two alts. And also this logic is pretty hypocritical when seeing that Pac-Man and Cloud's costumes exist. They could have easily replaced Mario's green and brown or black and white alt with Fire Mario, and they really should have. This was the costume I used in Smash 4, and it's truly a shame it didn't return. However, at least Mario got two great costumes in return for losing Fire Mario, the wedding outfit and the Builder outfit. I'd probably still use the Builder outfit even if Fire Mario was added back, but still. Like I said though, at least he got something in return. Yoshi wasn't as lucky. I mean, I know it's a personal preference to say Black Yoshi was the best Yoshi color, but your opinion is wrong if you disagree with me. Seriously though, Black Yoshi was replaced by this disgusting costume. Look, I know they were trying to go for that crafted world vibe, but they failed horribly, I'm sorry. The texture is just gross, and it absolutely was not worth losing Black Yoshi over this. I mean, they should have at least done Yarn Yoshi, who I think would work way better than this, but whatever. Black Yoshi is gone, and unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do. Hopefully he comes back for the next Smash game. Now sticking with costumes, we have a bit of a different type, where instead of complaining about cut costumes, I want to talk about costumes that 100% should have been in Smash. Those being the shiny forms for each of the Pokemon. If you didn't know, in the Pokemon games, every single Pokemon has a very rare chance of spawning as a different color. For example, Lucario is normally blue, however its shiny will be yellow. These are such obvious references since each of them are just recolors, so you would think that they would include them as alts in Smash, right? Well, let's look into every Pokemon to see if they have their shiny or not. Starting with Pikachu, he actually does in fact have his shiny. However, his shiny is actually just complete garbage, where it's just a slightly different shade of yellow, so this may not even really be a reference to the shiny, but whatever, I'll count it. Jigglypuff doesn't have any with green eyes, which is her shiny form. Very weird thing though is that Jigglypuff's shiny form with her green eyes was actually her default appearance in all previous Smash games up until Smash 4. But yeah, it's not an Ultimate anymore, which is unfortunate. Pichu's shiny is similar to Pikachu's shiny in that it sucks, but here Pichu doesn't change a single shade, meaning he doesn't have it. Mewtwo, besides Pikachu's kind of reference, is really our first one to have theirs. His shiny has him with a green tail, and while his Smash ult also makes his skin a bit greener, I think it's safe to say that this is based off his shiny. Ryder, the Pokemon trainer, unfortunately does not have his shiny. Squirtle and Ivysaur both have their shinies, with Ivysaur's being the best match so far. Charizard unfortunately doesn't have his sick Black Dragon shiny form, however he does have his original shiny from Gen 2 where it was purple instead of being black, so I guess that's pretty interesting. Lucario is nothing close to his shiny, which is unfortunate as he could really use some good alts. Greninja is definitely the most sort of here. He has an alt where the body is black like his shiny, but everything else is colored differently, so I don't think I can really call this being based off the shiny. Finally, Incineroar thankfully has his. So of the 10 Pokemon characters, 5 of them have it, Greninja kinda has it, Charizard has an old one, and 3 of them don't have it at all. This just feels like such an obvious alt choice that I think all of them should really have it. There's not a point in them not having it, especially since a lot of the ones that don't have them don't really have any other references in their alts. So this just slightly bothers me. Alright, enough about costumes, let's talk about some stages. Smash Ultimate has most stages from Super Smash Bros. Past, however they didn't include 17 stages, and while a lot of them I understand as they're too similar to other stages like the original Picto Chat, the 2 other flat zones, Sector Z, etc., there are some stages that I absolutely have zero clue why they were cut. Rainbow Road was an extremely popular stage from the 3DS version and was many people's favorites. I mean, it's Rainbow Road, the most iconic Mario Kart track type, and there's 4 different Rainbow Road songs in this game, but no Rainbow Road to play them on. That's really sad. Pac-Maze was cut, which sucks, as that's the way better Pac-Man stage in terms of reference and playing on it. The final one I want to complain about is Pokefloats. It's a fan favorite, and not seeing it return was very sad, because there's really no other stage like it. Now, all the other cuts I understand. Except for Woolly World, I have zero idea why that was cut. But it's truly sad that some fan favorite stages just barely missed the mark. I really hope that these get added in as, say, free DLC, or maybe even paid DLC, but I just want them back in. Still on stages, I want to talk about the stage hazard toggle, or more, its horribly inconsistent rules. Sometimes it thinks that something is a hazard on one stage, and sometimes it doesn't. It's very confusing. For example, on Smashville, the balloons that would normally give the player items are removed, and the platform is stopped with hazards off. However, on Town and City, the balloons are also off, but the platforms move. Personally, I'd prefer the platforms always move, so why is it considered a hazard on Smashville if it's perfectly fine in Town and City? I don't know, but even worse than that is some of the other stages, because at least those ones are still playable. There are a bunch of stages that have issues like this, but I'll just bring up 2, being Halberd and Delfino Plaza. In their normal platform style, they're pretty good and unique stages to play on. However, that all gets thrown out the window as for some reason they still move around to the other locations. Why? These were going to be perfectly good stages, but for some reason they don't think a stage moving is a hazard. Stages like Woohoo Island don't move anymore, so it would have been very nice if these didn't either, but whatever, I suppose. It's just really unfortunate that a lot of stages are like this. In the future, I hope they really do fix the stage hazard toggle to make it more consistent. The final stage things are that normally stages will say what game they're from. For example, the New Donk City Tower says it's from Mario Odyssey, and Luigi's Mansion says it's from Luigi's Mansion. For some reason though, some stages, even though they're super obviously from a specific game, only say the franchise they're from. Peach's Castle only says it's from Super Mario, but come on, it's such an obvious reference to Mario 64 with the background and visual elements like the trees. Temple is said to just be from Zelda, even though it's based off the temples from Zelda 2. Smashville is said to be just from Animal Crossing, even though all the elements on that stage are based off of Wild World. And the final, and easily the most baffling one of all, is that Hyrule Castle is just said to be from Zelda when the stage itself is basically just a model rip from Ocarina of Time. I mean, they're practically identical. There are likely more stages like this, but these are just the ones that I noticed, though I'm sure some other stages like Kirby and Fire Emblem ones could be labeled better. The next 2 have to do with some control things that I would like to change. First off, it's really annoying that the characters with command inputs, Ryu, Ken, and Terry, can have them be activated with the A button. Like, I'm perfectly fine with command inputs existing, and it's a really good way to connect these characters with their source materials. But having them work with the A button is more annoying than it should be. There have been countless times where I'm trying to do a bunch of moves together, but then my combo will break because Terry will do a down B out of nowhere, or they'll side B off the edge and just kill me. I don't really see any reason these can't just be mapped to B and only B, but whatever, I suppose. I don't play them horribly often, so it doesn't bother me too much. I really like to play as Terry though, so that's a bit sad. The other one though applies with all characters, and it's the fact that the C-stick will activate dash attacks. Now this of course has its practical uses, but for me personally, I don't like it. Too many times have I lost getting a kill because a dash attack was input instead of a smash attack. Now, I don't want this one removed, as many people like it, so I'd love if this was an optional thing like tap jump or smash attacks with A and B. Side note, does anybody actually do smash attacks by holding A and B? I've never seen anybody do this, and I imagine that it wouldn't work that great, but let me know. So yeah, I'd hope that they would make the C-stick dash attacks an option in controls like tap jump. Now, I spend a lot of my time in Smash playing in arenas, since I feel that that's way more fun than Elite Smash. It's just overall more chilled out and has way more features and helps you find types of matches you want easier. Also, it's good for getting a group together as well, however there are some issues that I do have with arenas. First off, the smallest one, that doesn't really matter at all, is that when you get kicked it won't tell you. Like, all it says is a communication error has occurred. Like, it's just so, I guess, annoying. Just say we were kicked. I have no idea why this annoys me so much. I guess it's just really patronizing or something, but seriously, just say something like we were kicked from the arena instead of a communication error occurred. Another one is that you can't change the player limit within an arena. Now I'm super grateful that they let us adjust most rules already, but come on, they couldn't do this? There have been so many times that I've had to make new arenas instead of just keeping old ones open in order to adjust player limits. And if you set it to a smaller amount, they could just make it to where you have to remove players in order to do so. It's just really tedious to have to go in and out. The final one, and probably my biggest issue with arenas here, is that if you want to change characters or stages, you have to exit the line. This one is really annoying, especially in bigger arenas. Like, just let us be able to change characters in line, and it'd be so much nicer in my opinion. They can make it to where you have a certain time limit as well, so that you do eventually have to choose, so everyone in the arena can play. Either way they decide to do it, it'd just be nice if I could switch between matches without losing my spot. Young Link is one of my favorite characters to play in Ultimate. His moveset works very well with itself, and he's overall just a fun character to play. Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game, so call me biased all you want here, but I don't really care. I've always associated Young Link more with Majora's Mask than Ocarina of Time, since that game is all about Young Link. I guess I should probably suggest a few things that I would have done personally. First off, make his final smash Fierce Deity Link. This weird Triforce thing is terrible. Not in strength, but in terms of referencing the series. Giving him a cutscene where he puts on the Fierce Deity mask to then do a huge blow to whoever is in his range would be so much cooler. It'd also be nice if he didn't have the same final smash as Toon Link. I'm happy that Fierce Deity Link is at least in the game with the Link ult, but he really should be Young Link's final smash. Now aside from that, I don't really want to change his moveset much since it feels so good to play and use already, so really I think Majora's Mask stuff could be referenced in more aesthetic features. First off, I think it'd be really cool if say half of the ults used the Mirror Shield instead of the Deku Shield. This would be a perfect visual difference that doesn't affect gameplay at all really. Maybe one of his ults could also have him actually wearing a mask. I think the Mask of Truth would work best here as that's the one he's pictured with the most that isn't a transformation mask or the bunny hood, which is an item in the game. So yeah, those are some of the changes I'd make to him so that he plays the same, but has a lot more of that Majora's Mask vibe. I'm just happy that Majora's Mask is pretty well loved in Smash though, with it having a stage, 2 assist trophies, an item, a Mii costume, and a music track, but still, put Skull Kid in as a fighter. I mean, make Young Link have a bit more Majora's Mask elements. Squad Strike was a really fun new mode added to Ultimate where each stock is a different character, and this mode is really great. I like being able to play this with my brother a ton, but some things about this mode could be a bit better. First of all, can it please save nicknames between matches? It's really annoying since I'll forget to set my nickname and I'll just have grab on the wrong button, and it's just a mess, so it'd be nice if they would stay applied between matches, just like in normal versus mode. The other and bigger one, though, is that this really should be available to play online. That'd be so much fun. This goes for Smashdown as well, although that one makes a little bit more sense to just stay offline. Squad Strike is such a fun mode, and it's a huge shame that you can't play it online in at least arenas. Hopefully they add this in an update, as that'd be really awesome if they did. Alright, let's jump into a few miscellaneous ones that didn't really fit into any of the categories I had. If you didn't know, I'm a Kirby main alongside Mario, so one thing that annoys me to no end is how Kirby's forward throw will put him onto a platform if you're playing on Battlefield. This completely breaks some of Kirby's combos, and it's extremely annoying. This is something that desperately needs to be fixed because it makes Battlefield a really bad stage for Kirby, on top of him just having trouble there in general already. Each of the 3 Miis have a default appearance with a nice clean looking render. However, if you choose the default Mii, why does it have to melt like this? Additionally, why does it have to show up as a shadow as if the Mii is edited? It's the default appearance. I mean, no one ever uses the default Miis anyway, but this just feels wrong. Something I really wish you could do is disable certain characters from appearing from assist trophies or Pokeballs, like you can do with certain items. Many assist trophies and Pokeball Pokemon are way more crazy than the others, which some people may or may not want on or off. Some assist trophies are extremely overpowered, so it'd be nice if they could be disabled like normal items. Okay, last miscellaneous one. Rosalina is in this game, like, ew, like, yucky, like, ew, stay away from me, like, ew, ew, ew. Okay, let's move to some music ones. First, why does the music have to restart whenever you do the refresh thing in training mode? Most of the time, you're just going to hear the beginning of the song over and over again, which is just annoying, so it'd be very much appreciated if it didn't restart the song every single time and would just consistently play. There's really no reason for it not to. It really is super annoying. The next one is why on earth are the Mario Kart and normal Mario songs split up? Like, there are so many great Mario Kart songs like Waluigi Pinball and Cloud Top Cruise, but I can only play them on 2 stages. Gee, it sure would help if there was a third one. But seriously, this is the only franchise to do this. Like, there's absolutely no reason to split them up. And sometimes I would just like to have some of these great songs playing on some other Mario stages. I mean, they both share the mushroom icon, so why split them up? It's just super dumb. The final two music ones both have to do with KK Slider songs. First off, there are 6 KK Slider songs in the game, however they can't normally be played on the Animal Crossing stages. The only time they can ever be played is late night on Saturdays since KK Slider will be there. I mean, it's a really cool reference, don't get me wrong, but I'd like to be able to jam to KK Cruisin' at any time I'd want to. And also, while this one isn't technically a Smash thing, if you look up KK Cruisin' from Smash, it sounds really cursed on YouTube. It has something to do with the compression algorithm, and no, it's not just this upload. Every single upload of KK Cruisin' from Smash is like this, and it only happens to re-upload, so it's really not a real issue. Like, I could just look up KK Cruisin' because this isn't like a remix or anything, but still, it's just very cursed. I thought I should share. And now, the final thing is by far the biggest and most important one here. I'm not even sure if I should call this a nitpick because it's a legitimate issue in my opinion, but please, 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 please let us use the Switch video capture feature in Smash. It's so incredibly annoying that Smash is basically the only game on the Switch that doesn't allow you to take footage by holding down the capture button. I know it's to promote the replays or whatever, but those things are terrible. It records a whole match and even then you can't fast forward to the part you want to see. Even worse still, there's no easy way to post these to Twitter like you can with the capture function. All you can do is upload it to the online Smash thing, which I haven't even seen anybody use unless they're like a YouTuber looking for content. But the absolute worst part about it is that most modes don't even let you use replays. You can't save replays in classic mode, squad strike, or heck even training mode where it would be super useful to share your finds. I'm 100% serious when I say this is something that 100% should be in the game. There's really no excuse, and I know the replay system is supposed to be the main way to do this, but it's terrible at the moment, so either fix the replay system or just let us do this, which would just be so much easier. I've had so many cool or crazy things happen in so many of the other modes, but since I can't save a replay, they're just gone forever. Or I get it in a match and I just forget to save the replay, or I do save the replay, but it's like a 3-minute match and I don't feel like sitting through all of that just to see a cool clip. Seriously, I hope this gets patched in at some point, and I will not rest till it does. Come on gamers, let's get the video capture in Smash. It seriously should be there. There's no excuse for this. I don't think it has anything to do with Smash being too complicated for it. It's definitely because they want you to use the replays, but please Nintendo, please just let us use the video capture. But anyways, that's it for this video, and man, I don't think I've ever ranted as much as I just did. Do you agree with my nitpicks, and do you have any of your own? Let me know in the comments. If you want another one of these for this game, or maybe even other games in the future like Mario Maker 2, let me know, because this was a ton of fun to make. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, maybe even subscribe for more on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and anything else Nintendo Switch. Now before we go, I do of course have to say, why is Drybones not a playable fighter but Rosa Cringe is? Come on Nintendo, Drybones for Smash. But alongside that, let's get video capture for Smash going as well. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.